What's up, folks? You are tuned into the Failing Frequency. I am Ethan.
And I'm Mike.
And we like talking about Star Trek.
Yeah. And we took a week off so we could talk about so much more.
Oh, God, we've got so much Star Trek to talk about that we're really going to fucking fire the news at you quickly. There's just going to be news bullets whizzing past your head, left, right, and center. Yeah. And then we're going to get into the latest two-parter finale of Star Trek Prodigy Supernova, parts 1 and 2.
Yeah. And time codes for, skip into that or skip into wherever.
Absolutely. But before we get into that, folks, how you doing, Mike? I haven't seen you in a while. Good. How was Christmas?
Oh, Christmas was good. Thank you very much. I've just got back into my house today. So kind of like bags thrown down, ready to record, ready to put out to the masses. Yes. How about yourself?
Yeah,
how was Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a
pain. You get any Star Trek things?
I didn't really get much in the way of Star Trek things. That was mostly on my birthday. You know, the Star Trek Christmas jumper, a Star Trek woolen hat. No, most of this year's Christmas was about lots of food, lots of junk food, lots of weird American sweets, and a particularly stimulating fidget pen.
Ooh.
It's got a spinner in it. It's got ball bearings. The writing on the box was all in German, so you know it's engineered to fuck.
Oh yeah, it's never going to fall apart. The German fidget spinner.
No, that pen will be working perfectly fine long after we're dead.
Yeah. It'll work tomorrow?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
At least something will.
Yeah.
Before we get into the Trek news, did you see Andrew Tate got arrested?
I did. It was hilarious.
How funny.
Yeah.
How funny was that? Oh.
Arrested.
Oh, my God.
I
kind of look like
a small little man and having to tweet a 19-year-old girl. And then did you see the name of the European whatever anti-human trafficking thing they called it? Greta.
Amazing.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Honestly, the video itself is so sad. I mean, like, it's just a cell phone of such epic proportions. Like the insecurity in that video.
I mean, he's a man that needs to
get the fuck over himself.
Well, yeah. Makes me laugh though. People were pointing out on Twitter or whatever that, he says betas like do talk more in a conversation, and when a woman's talking, you should talk back 2/3 of the amount of words she talks to like always make sure they're participating or whatever in a conversation. I don't know, some incel bullshit. And then he reaches out to her. She stamps down with the smallest message. He goes back, "No, you," and then records this fucking video. He's like, he can't even live by his own fucking incel logic, guy.
It was like something from The Office.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he didn't even sound like he believed it. And the swords that he had in his possession when he was arrested are shit. Yeah. They're Masonic swords. They're for ceremonies. They're not practical in battle.
And, hopefully the Romanian go find him. Because considering he was like talking out how he could do so much crime in Romania and they didn't care, hopefully they just go like, "No, you're a perfect person to treat as an example, and we will, we'll punish you like that."
Yep. To quote Greta Thunberg, that's what you get for not recycling your pizza boxes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fun.
Let's fire off some fucking news, man.
Yeah, quick fucking fire.
Yeah, man. The Nichelle Nichols Foundation that we spoke a little while about has officially launched. We got a nice little quote by Nichelle Nichols here back when she was alive, obviously. no Christmas Carol, no dead Star Trek actors Christmas Carol type situation going on here, unfortunately, folks.
Yeah.
Where is it? Science is not a boys' game. It's not a girls' game. What is going on with my windows? It's not a boys' game. It's not a girls' game. It's everyone's game. It's about where we are and where we're going. Space travel benefits us here on Earth, and we ain't stopped yet. There's more exploration to come. Hell yeah, man. I thought that this when I read certain headlines about this, I thought that it was gonna be like it was like Steam, as in like the gaming platform.
Yeah. I've heard of STEM, and it was just the arts bit that threw me off, like where it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths or whatever. And I was like, arts, okay, yeah, sure.
I thought this was
Choose
going.
an system type.
I thought this shit was going out on Steam. I thought, fucking hell, man, kids won't do anything unless it's on a screen now.
You can't get them in, you know, and no doubt there'll be competing one on Unity or whatever the other fucking games platform is.
Yeah, man. Friggin' my partner got the kid a tablet, and he read both the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory books in like a day.
Ah, sweet.
That would take a week of nighttime bed reading.
Yeah. Anything to get them reading, mate. Anything to get them reading. That's
the fucking screen, man.
Yeah.
But no, it's not that. They're actually getting the kids out and getting them to touch grass and sniff each other's and stuff.
That's what they call it as well. Like it's the touch grass program. Go out and touch fucking grass.
We got a nice little preview of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds: The Illyrian Enigma, issue number 1, and it's nice looking stuff.
I read it. Yeah,
have you?
I read it. So it's the crew. It's set directly after season 1 of Strange New Worlds, and the crew's still reeling from Una being arrested for being Illyrian and augment and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they are literally delivering toilets. They're sent on a toilet delivery run. And then Pike goes off course to meet up with some Illyrians to work out what's happening or whatever. And they're like, you're captured and we'll not free you unless you free Una, Chin Riley or whatever. So it's an okay first issue.
Is it? I don't know. I kind of figured that because whatever happens in this series it's got to be as minimally impactful.
Yeah, I mean, you get that feeling. I think they're just gonna, they've met Illyrians, other Illyrians that look like the ones from Enterprise, and I think that's kind of going to be it. So it can deal with Una and getting her out or whatever in the actual season.
Issue 2 is probably going to be a flashback.
Yeah.
There's going to be some reminiscing.
Yeah.
Some reveries. I'm liking these alternative covers though. The lower decks close up of Pike's beautiful quiff.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
We got a new book. We got a new freaking Star Trek book. Una McCormick. TOS, a TOS book, Harm's Way. It's out on audiobook as well, so I might get it, but I'm planning on maybe shotgunning Jerusalem, seeing how long it takes me to listen to that. It's like 20 hours.
Ooh.
Well, it's going to take me 20 hours to listen to it, but I mean, over the course of how many days? Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, I've listened to some Una McCormick stuff lately, and I'm still kind of not quite seeing what all the fuss is about.
I've still got to finish the last book of June, so I'll get to all stuff.
How far into it are you?
I am a sliver through the third book.
The third book, what, Children of Dune?
Yeah.
Well, it's the one after it. That's the best one.
I know. Well,
it is.
I'll need a break afterwards because it's done. It'll be 3 Dunes in a row, whatever.
Dune Messiah is fucking awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't wait. Oh man, I really hope
That's
they get to make
the
that
film
one.
I'm most looking forward to.
The third
is Dune 2. Really, well, for next year.
Well, for next year,
Dune
yeah.
2. Yeah.
In potential futures, it's got Dune 3. If they get to do Dune Messiah, it's gonna be.
Yeah. I can't imagine them not. Made enough money, didn't it? First one.
Yeah. But enough of those amazing scripts. Let's look at some shit about this probable kind of medium okay fan fiction.
Yeah.
Set shortly after the events of the original Star Trek episode The Doomsday Machine, Harm's Way balances two parallel storylines. While Captain Kirk, Scotty, and Uhura face off against Klingon Captain Kang in orbit around a hideously inhospitable planet, Spock, Chekhov, and Sulu race the elements, time, and a Klingon landing party in a search for alien secrets of unimaginable power.
Sweet. Yeah.
This sounds like fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
classic.
I'll read that.
Classic Star Trek fare.
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana said some shit about fucking Klingon and Na'vi and like whatever.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Be honest.
Listen. Oh, the US Titan theme from Star Trek Picard season 3. I've not had a chance to listen to this. What kind of feeling are they going for?
I'll play it here, but it is it's very
it's
like
very,
James Horner horns like.
Yes, it's very Wrath of Kani.
Yeah.
Wrath of Kani. Wrath of Kani. Yeah, no, that's delightful.
Yeah.
Love it.
Looking forward to that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's gonna be some goose. That's gonna be a goosebump moment. Last little bit of news. We've had a clip from Star Trek Picard season 3. I've not had a chance to watch it because Northern Rail's Wi-Fi fucking sucks. Northern buses, the first bus line rather, fucking sucks. And Northern Rail buses fucking Wi-Fi sucks as well.
That, and it isn't even on like the one that's advertised everywhere. The official one isn't released in your region, because why would you want to advertise the show that you've made worldwide, where you sell it worldwide? Good work, Paramount. But it is, Picard gets a message through on his Enterprise D communicator, and it's a coded message. Is the clip?
No, that happened in season 1, Mike. You are mistaken. That happened in season 1, and at some point, probably in season 2.
Yeah, happens every season. But yeah,
it's kind of like when Star Trek Discovery said that that they were gonna that they had to stop a universe-threatening threat.
Yeah. It's a once a season job. They can't even mix them up, so Picard ends a season, world destroying. Oh no, it did destroy a world destroying big 2 seasons in a row. Yeah, it's just every season.
Hey, there's only like 7 stories or whatever it is they say.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a real rapid fire news.
Yeah, man.
That was the quickest news we've ever done, and that was like 2 weeks worth of news.
That was awesome. Well, I mean, like, got to get into it. Got to get back into it. We've had 2 weeks off. And, like I say, I've just been hoiking a really fucking heavy bag around. Like, I was sweating beads on the bus. It was fucked. I'm wearing this. This isn't a dressing gown. I like to call this my house coat.
Okay. I was going to say from the top there, it looks like a dressing gown.
I've moved into my partner's place, as you can see by the slight change of decor. I painted these walls, we've still not set up the playroom for me yet. Just so much sorting out to do, and more and more. There will be more and more sorting yet to come. But how do you feel? How do you feel back on it? How are you feeling? Like you never left?
Almost. Because like last week was a busy week, obviously. It doesn't feel like we actually stopped.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, like, I'll say last week, we did intend to record last week, but when I got back to Harrogate, finally, I got home and there was fucking shitloads of my family there.
Yeah.
There's like a load of people there, and I was like, what the fuck?
We did our normal, me delaying it and then something cropping up on your side, and we just went like, fuck it, it's Christmas.
And then I had 3 drinks within an hour.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I ate so much cheese. It was good.
Cheese coma.
Aye. Right then, shall we get into the episode?
Yep.
Let's get into it.
Prodigy episode Supernova Part 1 and Supernova Part 2. What did you think of it? Very, very well, very short. Do we want to do non-spoilers or skip it?
Very short non-spoilers. I like that. So we've got, it's Part 1, Part 2. They released one part last week, one part this week. Last week's episode was more eventful. Yeah, I dare say that last week's episode was real edge of your seat stuff. This week's episode was all resolution.
Yeah.
And it just didn't. It was just kind of like meh.
It was a bit flat this week, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah, I think that these episodes would have they would have benefited from it being played on the same day.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, you got a whole lot of fun and then a whole lot of relaxation.
Yeah, a proper like at least half an episode where it's just Mon or whatever, the resolution, the tying up of loose ends.
The denouement.
The denouement. That sort of crap.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm with yourself. I thought first episode was probably a lot better. And I was like, second episode, fine. But should I run through the description of the episodes? And it's going to take one fucking breath, I tell you.
Yeah. Let's do this.
The Protostar is surrounded by an armada of Federation ships that are trying to board. The Protostar crew get control of the ship back and start doing evasive maneuvers. The shields are about to go down, so Gwen arms herself, Dal kisses her, and she tells him that Janeway and Starfleet won't allow him because he's an augment. The Vindicator reveals herself, her dreadnought, and the Diviner beam across to the Protostar. The Vindicator locks the Diviner away while she tries to kill Gwen. He gets free, tries to save Gwen, but is stabbed. Janeway gets released by a refugee she helps in Voyager. The Vindicator has failed. The Vindicator fails. The ship hails Starfleet, and the virus starts spreading. All the ships start attacking one another. Dreadnought and the Vindicator leave the ship. The Diviner says Gwen needs to unite people. All the universal translators are down, so Gwen has to act as a natural translator. Ships from the Klingons, Vulcans, Gorn, and Ferengi arrive, but more Federation arrive as well. They start destroying each other. Part 2. The crew comes up with a solution to blow up the Protostar while it's a proto-warp to save the day. Hologram Janeway stays behind to do the mission, saying she can copy herself to a USB. The rest of the crew replicate a shuttle and load onto it. The Protostar explodes, leaving the crew shuttle lost in space. A month later, the Federation find the shuttle, and Admiral Janeway fights against the charges against the crew to get them dropped and for them to enter Starfleet. Gwen goes off to her homeworld to try and do first contact right, and the rest of the crew join Janeway's ship. The explosion caused a rift to an alternate future where Chakotay's stuck, and Janeway and most of the other kids of the Protostar are going there next season by the look of it.
Sweet. Yeah.
A fucking big story to go through.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. First episode, cramming it in.
Yeah, absolutely cramming it in. What did you think of I liked the little, so let's talk about the sacrifice of Hollow Janeway. Oh man.
It's you know, you do feel it, like it's emotional, but I kind of hate when they're like, oh no, we can't copy you to one USB. It's like, have you not got 2 USBs?
I was gonna say like that. Yeah. Oh, what? One little chip can't do it. It's like, yeah, but I mean, you are also creating like a little miniature spaceship. at the minute.
Yeah.
Maybe just build some extra chips.
2 USBs.
2
Yeah.
USBs. 3
Yeah.
USBs.
All the
Wait,
USBs.
yeah, 5.
That,
But if it's more than 5, then maybe you should just die.
and I thought it was a real dumb thing that she had to do the ship anyway, in that they could have made like a hologram that was just like, by the way, can you fly the ship? The computer is busted, but apparently holograms can do everything. So we'll take Janeway with us and we'll make like, I don't know, Holo bloody navigator.
Yeah.
Their only memory is how to fly a ship, and just get them to do it. So yeah. I thought it was a bit of a half junk sacrifice. Was just, I tell you what, it was just as well going around in my mind constantly. It was like, The Dark Knight Rises, like, oh, the autopilot is out. Oh no, the autopilot.
Yeah,
It
was a mixture of, it was a blend of Batman flying the bomb out at the end of Dark Knight Rises, the Holdo maneuver, and we are Groot.
Yeah.
It was a nice little "we are Groot" moment in the shot in the ship when the kids all had a group huddle.
Yeah, holding hands.
Yeah,
all good.
But yeah, it's it's also kind of a it's sad on the one hand because no more Holo Janeway, but also we have real Janeway.
Yeah, I don't think it was functionally going to work anyway. If like next season they're with Admiral Janeway, they can't just have Holo Janeway with Admiral Janeway all the time.
Exactly. So yeah, this was bound to happen. I think we've probably mentioned that I think we both probably predicted that this is how the series was going to end.
Yeah,
for sure.
Joining with Starfleet. I'm surprised it was like. I half thought they were going to get into Starfleet or whatever next season, and there was going to be another season where they were kind of like outliers or whatever. But I suppose jumping straight to, they're not Federation citizens or anything like that. They made sure to say that, but they were kind of like wards under Janeway.
Yeah, they've enlisted. They are well on their way to becoming chiefs.
What ship do you think they're going to be on?
I know, yeah. The episode ended on like, oh no, we're not going on that ship. Come check this out. I wonder if we're maybe going to see like a new Voyager.
Yeah, I've got in my notes a Voyager B maybe.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they go back to the Dauntless, although the model's made or whatever, this 3D model's made. I'm like, nah, we want something a bit new.
Probably get a Commander Kim, I reckon.
No.
Definitely. I reckon. And then Series 2 is going to end in 2025 with Forever Ensign Kim finally being promoted to captain before dying.
Yeah. I just love if like all these kids get a rank above Ensign Kim and they're bossing him about.
Even as like, even through going like the enlisted route as well. If they go like Chief Petty Officer and then get promoted to Lieutenant.
And he's just doing the night shift for them still.
Have you seen the recent memes of like Ensign Kim on the night shift, like commanding a crew through like crazy perilous adventures and then telling Janeway about it the morning after, and they're like, was the night shift eventful? And Janeway's like, not really. Shut up, Kim.
Yeah.
The space combat in the first episode, what did you think of that?
I was going to say, I loved most of that. Did you get all the cameos in that? Ship cameos.
I know that I read somewhere that Enterprise E was one of the ships in the last episode.
Yeah,
one of the ships that showed up.
You saw like on the tail, like, or on the nacelle, it had 101E. So the Enterprise was there. There was also of the namesake. So there was the Centaur class, but there was the USS Centaur. There was the USS Sovereign. There was the USS Thunderchild, who was in Battle of Wolf 359.
It's a cool name.
The Akira class. Yeah.
Thunderchild.
It's presumably it's stolen off War of the Worlds because that's That's the gunship in War of the Worlds, isn't it?
Cool.
And the Defiant with the wrong registering number because the original Defiant was destroyed, but the Defiant's in there as well.
Wait, the one that they renamed from the other one?
Yeah, when it got renamed the Sao Paulo, it was an NCC, but in the original Defiant was an NX, and this one in the episode was NX. But so potentially the Defiant and the Enterprise got destroyed or supremely damaged in this battle, which must be the biggest battle since War 359 for the Federation, because it's fucking.
It's intense. We got the Klingon ships. We got the Tridge.
Oh, a Vulcan ship that was
the Klingon ship
or whatever.
That was a Klingon ship. Couldn't find what the word meant.
Yeah.
But whatever. It meant something in Klingon, something glorious or honorable.
Yeah.
Presumably. I loved it. The style of combat when the protostar actually gets involved and it's really doing its like bobbing and weaving. Like that's very I loved it. That's how I like to do combat in Star Trek Online. I just bob and weave. Because I'm not very good. So I just try to be a hard target.
When the camera's like glued to the outside of the hull and it's going between the ships, that's pretty cool. The only bit of I didn't like was where I think they called it the oopsie doopsie, the move in it where it just goes up and then falls like there's gravity. I'm like, there's no gravity in like there. You liars. Don't lie to me.
Yeah, I thought that was bizarre.
Yeah. But the rest of it, I was proper in love with, and even sent to my brother who's a Trekkie but not watching this, and he was like, oh, what's that from? Okay, I'll watch that tonight, sort of thing. Cool enough to get like I said, well, regular Trekkies rather than supreme nerds like us watching.
Yeah. There was a moment where when Dahl gives an order to Zero, and she says, "I already read your mind."
Yeah.
That made me think like wouldn't all telepathic crew be super efficient?
Yeah. I'll go one further than that. There's the woman who releases Janeway from the cell, and she's like, I was a refugee in the Voyager episode Conspiracy where you helped smuggle us through. She's supposed to be a fucking telepath.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind, like, I'm going to let you free. She's there. Janeway's there like, I was framed. Yeah. She'd be like, I know. I've read your mind. Not just, I trust you.
Yeah, it should be, I will release you because I can read your mind and I know you are right.
Yeah.
They're not all fucking Diana Troy. They can actually read minds.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Yeah.
I thought it was, I was expecting Okada to show up at some point in that last battle, but he didn't.
Yeah. He could have like come in on a ship, couldn't he, and tried to evacuate people or whatever. Like some kind of like redemption for him. Speaking of redemption, do you think the Diviner is redeemed? Because they kind of did
no.
A Vader like,
no.
Save our people.
No. I did like that there was, we had some moral relativism teased.
Yeah.
What I did to save countless lives. Moral relativism in a kid's show. I like it. Very 90s. Very anime. But yeah, I don't think he was redeemed. I thought it was fun. I was like, is he a fucking, when he died and he faded into light, I was like, is he a fucking Jedi?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They can alter, like, they have the metal things that they can move. So who knows?
Did you see the story about why they had to do that? Why the production staff had to do that, right? Because I thought this was so funny.
Is it something like to do with blades are non for kids or whatever?
I mean, you're on the right path. So they basically, part of the way into production, they kind of realized that this was happening at the end of the first part of a two-parter.
Yeah.
That the Diviner was going to die, and they had to have him fade away and turn into like they had to have him become one with the Force, because otherwise there would have just been his corpse laying in the corner for the whole of the second episode.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny. Cowards. Just
Well, that next season when Gwen goes to like see the young version of her dad, she could just be like, here is your old corpse.
Yeah.
You told me this.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought personally, I think they should have left the corpse. Just leave the corpse alone.
Leave the corpse. A message for all kids shows, people working in kids shows production. Just Bluey, leave the corpse.
Yeah, just leave the corpse. Just leave the corpse in the shot. It's it's supposed to be teaching kids, supposed to be learning them about the realities of the universe.
People eventually die, and you leave their corpse in the corner.
Yeah, and you have to deal with it. You have to leave it in the corner and deal with it later.
Yeah. Did you laugh with the Dreadnought escape suit thing?
No, I was annoyed. I thought she was gonna fucking Voltron. I thought she was gonna I was hoping it was gonna turn into a suit of armor and she was gonna fucking go for it. I was disappointed.
I did have a laugh where it just forms across her and it just like shoots out the massive window that we always talked about.
Yeah, just fucked up the massive window. I guess is that why the window was there the whole time?
Yeah. Yeah. Who knows as well, because that ship is like an actual class now, but we never really see it. Well, we're not seeing it in Picard, are we? So
no. Oh man, it'd be cool if we could get like a real, live action set design like the Protostar.
Yeah, it's cool ship, really.
Yeah,
it did seem very dangerous. Like the actual ship, where it's like, oh no, we've got a small star in the back, and if anything happens, we fuck space up.
Yeah, like what was it, 50 light years?
Yeah,
something. So it'd take like 50 million years to travel at light speed from one end of the explosion to the other.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah.
I thought it was lame when the translators were down, and it turned out that Dahl spoke standard.
Yeah. Fucking how? I suppose he's like part human or whatever, but it's still like
how
he was raised by a Ferengi, who presumably spoke Ferengi. Why is he speaking standard?
Stupid.
It was like a good use of like 80s movie special skills, because I'd completely forgotten that Gwyn had the translator ability, and then because she was just taught to translate to communicate with all the slaves on Tars Lamor, because they didn't have communicators there, and I'd completely forgotten about that, and I was like, oh yeah, she's useful.
She's like the only useful, the most useful member of the crew.
Yeah.
And like definitely the biggest loss to Starfleet. Like
such a bullshit thing where they're like, oh no, we'll take 5 of you, and the kids are going like, oh crap.
Oh, wait a minute,
which one of us?
We'll take 5 of you, including the goo.
Yeah.
But not the augment. Oh well, what if the augment goes instead of me? I mean,
like Janeway argues for the augment because he's kind of like, the Federation, like founding races put together, and if that isn't what the whole Federation's about, then what is it about?
Yeah, and I mean, she's right about
that. In front of him, she's like, is he like superior? No.
Yeah.
Which is like low blow.
I know, but I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's right. But then, is he superior? We like from what I've learned, the ship tried multiple times to provide him with clean clothes, and look at what he chooses to wear.
Yeah. But then Gwyn, it's like, oh no, she could be the ambassador to her race, and we could not fuck this up and not like have this whole race against us.
So we'll send her on her own, yeah? We'll send her on her own, and she can tell them all about us, and that won't go wrong.
Fucking bullshit. I also want to say, what's also fucking bullshit is all the charges that they were apparently put up for.
Oh, totally.
Stealing a Federation ship that you found.
Up charges. This is bullshit.
That you liberated from someone who actually stole it. Stealing from someone who steals isn't stealing. What else was there? Impersonating Starfleet. Their only communication to Starfleet up to that point was a hologram who told them to impersonate Starfleet.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit. It is ridiculous. They're just like, no, that they're real crimes, and we're gonna send you down, kids, you children.
The fucking system, man.
Yeah.
This is the problem with the system, man. They have a built-in bias to the little people.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. Did you see that the fucking one, the Vulcan council member was wearing fingerless gloves, which I thought was cool, but also unnecessary. And then
he wearing
fingerless
gloves?
He's wearing he's wearing, they were all black. Or maybe they had blue on them. But he was wearing fingerless gloves, which is needlessly cool.
Yeah.
They just look like gym gloves. Maybe he'd just been to the gym.
Well, that's what Asensio was wearing. Maybe it's hinting that he's Vanukat or whatever. His fingerless gloves are a sign.
Oh my god. But someone who was also on the council wearing full finger gloves was an Andorian child.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, one of the council members was obviously a child.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Whatever.
Bullshit.
But yeah,
the council uniforms I thought like crap as well. They were too plain. I want some razzle dazzle from my council members.
A random something that simulates like a sash, but isn't a sash.
A bit of gold flaring or whatever.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
Get a bunch of guys that are visibly like barrel chested old men wearing spandex.
Yeah.
That whole scene though, I did quite like I love a scene like that. It's reminds me of the end of Voyage Home.
Yeah,
and a
crashing in the bay as well.
Yeah,
like they crashed in the San Fran Bay, and I was like, okay, it's Voyage Home time now.
Did you see on the solar panels on the bridge? That was cool.
Yeah. Zero's new suit.
Very cool.
Crap, right?
I liked it. Kind of reminds me
of plain. It's too nothing to it.
It's obviously meant to look like that new design of like spacesuits that they wear and stuff.
Yeah, I need more lines or more flair. I need something more to it than just a white suit with white.
It's not Iron Man.
Yeah,
it's not going to be in fucking cherry red.
No, she needs
flames on the side.
No, I'm the equivalent of Office Space. I'm just like, no, you need more flair on your uniform, whatever. That's what I'm like for it. I just don't want just people in plain white and then with like a bloody googly face in it.
Maybe they could have had like I don't know. It's like, I mean, what else could they have done? They could have maybe put it on like a humanoid, slightly more humanoid instead of a ball with arms and legs. Put her in a head in a jar with a robot body.
I don't mind that.
Or robot head on top of her body. Then she's kind of like
she looks like a snowman.
No, she's all like Krang.
Yeah,
Snow Krang.
What about just like the uniform color? Because they're all in these boring fucking uniforms. If she was just wearing like science blue, maybe, because she's supposed to be a medic, maybe, I don't know, then that would break it up slightly. And the same with their uniforms where they're a bit boring grey.
They gave them like inverted versions of the uniforms they've been wearing. I think they suck. I thought those uniforms sucked, and the inverted versions suck even more.
Yeah, just
the only
too plain.
the only good cadet uniform was in Next Generation.
Yeah, it was so good it got pretty much adopted as it was, other than like the raised collar or whatever.
It had utility pouches. That's why I love it.
Mm.
It had utility
Yeah.
pouches.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. What about the Gwyn and Dow romance?
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Yeah, it needed to happen. I think that this season it gives them something to like pine after next. You know, missing each other or sending each other letters and shit.
Yeah, going to add conflict when Dahl meets like another cadet and starts fancying them.
Yeah.
Or when Gwyn meets
A handsome young hunk.
some
species.
some space hunk.
Yeah. Hopefully not her father, who is probably the same age as her at the moment.
Oh man, I'm just looking at my fucking notes. Gwendala, the unifier.
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah. Vindicator, Diviner, the unifier.
We didn't get the Eradicator, which
maybe next season.
Maybe next season.
You know what really got me thinking? The unifier, as we called them, was in a mask all the time. What if she's the unifier? What if she turns into that dude?
Which dude?
Because there was the Vindicator, the Diviner, and the dude that we
some other. Yeah, maybe.
Who was wearing a mask all the time. What if she becomes the mask person?
Oh shit!
She could be the masked singer.
Oh my god! What if she's the masked singer? Oh man, hey man, we've got so much time travel hijinks, and we've apparently got an alternate future.
Yeah,
we've got an alternate future coming through that wormhole.
I think that's just because like the Chakotay. I said at the time, didn't I? That like, the future Chakotay is stuck in is like that's a dead future now. That future isn't going to happen. So if you want Chakotay back, you're not going to get him.
So so where we end the series, in the past, Chakotay has gone through the wormhole. That being in the past is a constant. So it's where he comes out of the wormhole at the other end is constantly in flux.
No, that's not how I read it.
Well, it is because that's the thing.
His audio log that they got back was, I got caught by the Diviner 52 days ago, and they're planning to take the Protostar back. So that the wormhole is to the Protostar future, that future that he got captured in.
But they say that's from a different alternate future now.
Yeah, because it can't be the future. That future.
So that message,
future can't happen.
That message that they get is from the new future timeline. So, like, no matter what they do in this in this show from now on, like they can't stop Chakotay having gone through the temporal anomaly in the past, but they also can't stop him coming out of the other end. But what happens at that other end is constantly in flux now. So no matter what they do, like they may never find Chakotay. At the end of every series, we may get the same message from Chakotay, just from different parallel futures.
No, that's not how I read it at all.
That's how I read it.
I read it as Chakotay traveled into the future, got caught by the Diviner, and that's like a branch timeline. And the wormhole is from this different timeline to that branch timeline. So that's why it's an alternate future, because that future can't happen, because the Federation's not going to arrive to like Solemn and be like, oh, hey, Vanakat, do you want to join the Federation? Oh, we've started a civil war. Oopsie doopsie.
I feel like we're saying the same thing.
But that future's like where Chakotay is stuck. He's stuck in that one that is that he journeyed to originally, where that civil war happened. So if
wibbly wobbly,
if Admiral Janeway and the Prodigy kids go through that, they arrive at the timeline where 50 years in the future.
So that right.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah. So So that message is from that original timeline.
Yeah, yeah.
But they can't just travel into the future now.
Yeah, they can't
Like by
travel
any
into the
other.
future because it's not the future. It's not their future. It's a
It's not the
different
future they
future.
need.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Cool.
So
Cool.
they can go into 50 years in the future, pick up Chakotay and bring him back into the past, or bring him back into the present. And that doesn't mess up. Like if Gwen, I think it's that to save them. If Gwen like heals her people and gets them to join the Federation normally, then Chakotay doesn't cease to exist then because he's in a dead future timeline. It's just an alternate future timeline that branched off way earlier. So they could pick up Chakotay and they could heal the Vanakat, get them into the Federation normally without fucking everything up.
Shenanigans. This is some time travel shenanigans.
Shenanigans, wibbly wobbly time travel shit.
Oh man, it's wibbly wobbly as fuck. I do love the wibbly wobbliness of it. Very rare. Like I watch we nerds, we consume so much time travel content.
Yeah,
it's very, it's nice to be confused by it.
Yeah, the trouble I find with it is I don't know how probably the age group they're aiming at a lot of the time would be like with picking it up and stuff like that, the time travel, because time travel can be confusing.
Well, they're presumably
in the same way that we got different interpretations of what the final episode was.
Well, they're gonna have the benefit of being able to shotgun all of it.
Yeah.
I would imagine if we were to like rewatch, like binge it properly, rewatch it. Excuse me, properly rewatch it. Like it would all be crystal fucking clear.
Yeah.
Did you see the fucking Earth's sky?
I did.
It was beautiful.
Colorful.
Yeah. Very colorful. Was it daytime? Was it nighttime?
The moon
what
was
the
out.
fuck did we do to this fucking planet by then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like that proto warp explosion or whatever, because it made everything purple, didn't it?
Yeah.
And then the sky they went off to was purple. I was just like, oh shit, this is like forever now. The whole sky is purple.
We have no. My reading was we have no ozone layer left. How do we keep the atmosphere in? Force fields. Clear.
That's what
force
happened
fields.
in the Picard alternate whatever.
Yeah. Maybe it's something we need to do. Force fields powered by solar panels on the Golden Gate Bridge. Is it the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah.
Stupid. It's red.
And I was just going to say they should call it the Red Gate Bridge.
Yes.
Duh.
Or the Crimson Gates.
Yeah.
The Crimson Gates to hell.
That sounds a bit devil. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
What's in San Francisco? That's where the devil lives. That's where the devil. That's where disco lives.
He'd have to live somewhere. Do we have anything more on the episode, or should we talk thoughts for next season?
Honestly, I don't. Yeah, no, I think we pretty much covered most of like my thoughts on the episode. I will say, like I say, I imagine together seamlessly. If I don't even mean like 2-part episode, this should have been a double length episode. These two should have all been one episode.
Episode 1 and 2 were like a 40-minute chunk rather than 2 20s, weren't they?
Yeah, the symmetry of that would have been a nice way to bookend the series. It would have clearly defined all of this as one series.
That's my main hope for next series, that they just show it at once, like in one shot. At once.
Yeah, Paramount, sort your fucking streaming shit out, man.
Yeah, and why take a break for 4 months in between the fucking show? You're trying to like keep people engaged. It didn't work.
I bet they intended to stream both of these episodes at once, but because Paramount Plus can't get their shit together, they did them one episode at a time.
Yeah, locked in.
Yeah. Oh shit, were we supposed to do the both? Oh fuck, let's try and keep this one quiet. Oh man, Mr. Johnson's gonna get so upset with me again. I'm so stupid. I'm always messing up with the streaming.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a very weird time to put out episodes of new stuff, isn't it? Like in the gooch of the year between Christmas and New Year.
Yes,
It's
the
people
festive
between
perineum.
places. Yeah.
Yes,
It's a weird
between
time.
places, between homes.
Yeah. Yeah. So next season on my like predictions or whatever, I've got Gwen trying to contact Solemn and meeting the young version of her dad, who I think it was one of the earlier episodes, the Vindicators saying to him, "Oh, you were initially like keen on Starfleet, so be interesting to see him as a young guy who's interested." There's Janeway and the kids; they can go through the rift to find Chakotay, and hopefully, the Voyager B or something like that. The Vindicator, the current present timeline one, is still out there as well in her emergency dreadnought escape suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, I'm hoping for my prediction of the Eradicator to come true.
Yeah.
We'll probably get some Dahl romance, or Gwyn with a space hunk. I'm hoping for I would imagine maybe we're going to be like, oh my god, Dahl, we found your parents. We'll probably get a soon.
Person who did
we'll get a soon. We'll get a bloody soon. What was his name? Arik? Not Arik Soong. Who was the one that we got in first season of Picard? Because he's out there.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get a Soong somewhere.
Yeah. We'll be
or a Sing, or a Noonien Sing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cameos.
Yeah.
Tom Paris, B'Elanna Torres. We're gonna get so many Voyager cameos.
Yeah.
Ensign Kim, Tuvok.
It'll be interesting if, like, Janeway, when she goes through the rift, takes on any Voyager people with her. She does take an Ensign Kim as like a, prove yourself, Ensign Kim. Let's try and get you a command if you take on another long mission.
Yeah. She's like, prove myself. I've been in Starfleet for 30 years.
Yeah, I'm an old man by now.
Yeah. Oh, Barclay.
I know the actor's a bit
Doctor.
of a dick.
We'll get the Doctor maybe.
Yeah.
Picardo would be up for it.
Yeah.
He's up for out.
That, and he wouldn't, like, the model of him wouldn't necessarily need to physically age, would it, as well?
Nope.
3D. Nope. There you go.
What else might we get? Oh, Jank and Poggle fix something till it breaks. And I bet Murph sits on a button. And I bet Rock figures out a really complex mathematical scenario in her head just at the last second.
I think we should start charging the Prodigy guys, because that sounds like an episode description there.
Yeah. So yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of that.
Yeah. No, definitely looking forward to season 2 a lot more than I was probably at the start.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was some moments in this last leg of the series that definitely felt a little bit more Star Trek-y, than some of the earlier bits.
Yeah. One thing I'm not looking forward to, and I didn't particularly like it in the second half of this season when it came back, was the 2 ship. We were following Admiral Janeway, weren't we, on the Dauntless, and we were following the Protostar crew. Next season, it's going to be, or it feels like it's going to be the same. We're following Gwyn, and then following the rest of the Protostar crew wherever they go with Janeway. Yeah, it's like I kind of prefer just following one.
Yeah, well,
for a 20-minute episode. Yeah, I know.
Fuck you! You don't get that. That's not what you. That's you. Is that what you wanted? Well, that is not what you are going to get.
That's not happening. Yeah. It feels too much to cram in story-wise, having to jump between two ships, and I just don't care about two ships, to be honest. I want to follow the crew together.
Yeah. I think that's about it. That's it for 2022.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's New Year's,
I
Adam.
I might even get this out by New Year's Eve. Who knows?
Yeah. Next week we're gonna ring in 2023 with a look back at 2022, aren't we?
Yeah.
Have you come up with some awards?
We're in awards, yeah. So if you want to message through your favorite season, or anything like that, favorite season, least favorite,
best
whatever,
moments,
please do.
Performances, favorite deaths.
Yeah.
I thought of one the other day. What was it? I mean, best uniforms, definitely.
Yeah.
Best wisdom.
Best wisdom.
Yes, best pearl of wisdom.
Best new species.
Oh, new species is.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's a reminder that covers Picard season 2, Discovery season 4, Lower Deck season 3, and
Strange New Worlds.
And Strange New Worlds
season 1.
Of course. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Come up with some stuff.
Excellent.
Are you going to be making any New Year's resolutions?
Not that I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, but like I'll need to try and get a bit fitter again, eat less chocolate after I've gone through the Christmas supplies. That's why I'm trying to eat them now.
I'm the opposite. I need to get fatter.
Get bigger.
Yeah, I need to bulk up. I'm like, because I've now moved in with my partner, I can't drink and smoke weed, and but I'm not doing that for like dry January. I'm not one for abstaining for the sake of abstaining.
Yeah.
So yeah, people keep saying like, "Oh, you're doing dry January." I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just
drink a bit less in general. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I'm not been doing dry January. I don't live alone anymore.
Yeah. You can't fall asleep surrounded by beer cans,
No, and to be honest, it's kind of bullshit. But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly happy having a healthy relationship.
Yeah, that's more important than getting pissed every night, isn't it? So
yeah, I suppose.
The overall confidence that you hear from a man in a relationship.
I guess.
The ball and chain. Well, in that case, should we say it's it for this week? If you want to do all the usuals, like, subscribe, anything usual podcasters or YouTubers ask for.
Absolutely.
And then we can wish you a happy new year.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Yeah. Joyeux anniversaire, I think. No, that's happy birthday. Maybe it's whatever.
Birthday,
Live long and prosper, motherfuckers.
Peace and love, mate.